All right, I'm recording. Recording for the first time, it feels like. I forget when the last video I made, I think it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I made a video on Will Callahan's first game as a Cowboy. And now we're in week 17. Of course, guys, I'm back, of course, with Madden 20. The game that won't die. I'm becoming the Madden 22, the Madden 20 guy, which I didn't want to be. But I logged in a lot of hours on this game, you know, because I was looking for a game to put Will Callahan in. You can't put him in the new Maddens. I would have loved to have put him in Madden 25, but you couldn't do that, of course, because they don't have a career mode. You got to do superstar mode, and I don't really want to do superstar mode. It doesn't fit what I want to really do with his career. I want his career not to be planned out. I wanted surprises, and I got surprises during I started back in January of 2024, so we're almost close to 2 years of doing this series with Will Callahan as he's in his 14th year. How you guys doing? I'm stressed about content, man, because at the end of the day, I'm like, man, if I retire him, I really don't have much else going on except for Columbus State Supercharger. That's the game I play on NCAA Football 14 because it's Team Builder offline, something you cannot do in the new college football games. So I stuck with Supercharger. Hunter Whitmore, on my college football 25, but Haynes King is starting over him right now, and I don't see him taking his spot right now. I think we will do. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe they'll force me in some quarterback competitions where I could take his job. But Hunter Whitmore is a quarterback for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets in my Columbus State series. He was a big quarterback that I wanted to recruit. He ended up going to Georgia Tech. So I followed his career, and it was pretty interesting. He had a pretty interesting career, and I kind of want to document it in college football 25. I don't even have 26. I hear a lot of disappointment about college football 26, so I'm like, man, and I'm almost, and in some ways I'm disappointed in college football 25. Though I think with the career mode with Jason Fitch went really well. So I think Hunter Whitmore series would be good. I haven't officially retired Wendell James. Wendell James is still with the Rams. He's not starting, but he's on the bench. But I need to follow that little series so I can go ahead and retire him. I do have a Dennis Haley Raiders thing I'm doing on Madden 17. But the team is so freaking terrible, and we're so bad, I don't even really want to halfway play it, but I had to have something to play. So I'm scrambling for content, guys. I don't really have much to play. So retiring Will Callahan, even though I think regression is making him really, really bad, he's the only game in town for me right now. And it's interesting him being with the Cowboys. I will say that. It's very interesting. And you guys can look on the screen. That's a lot of time on this game. This game came out in 2019. Time played in this game 39 days, 15 hours, 7 minutes. I play anymore, we're going to hit the 40-day mark on this game. It's insane. Like you played this game, if you count it, if you just stay in a room, you have played this game for a month and 10 days. That is insane. That is insane work. But I don't know. It ain't like Madden 20 is great. I'll just say that. Madden 20 is not great. But I just like it, but I don't like it. It's Madden, man. Sometimes I think with these animations that they do, and every game has a game scenario. Every game's got it, man. You got a game scenario, but what I don't like is forced animations. I don't like it, but I understand scenario engines. I get it. Got to have it in sports games. I get it. The animation stuff, man, you could keep that. You could definitely keep that. And I'm sure volume, the volume of the game is there. I'm gonna check it real quick. Don't mean to take up much of your time, but at the same time, I mean this could be the last time he's playing. So I'm really psyched for it, man. And according to this, the video capture is not making any noise, none. I'm kind of disappointed in that because it was working. Now they're saying it's not working, and I'm like wondering what's up with that. Yeah, I want it up. Unless it's not making any noise because of that. I don't know. Okay, it's working. I just saw it. It's working. Yep, it's working. We're good. My thing is, will he retire? That's my thing. Will he retire? Why y'all keep doing that? I keep wanting to push this bar up, but it won't. No. Yeah, that's right. Will Callahan, we're 7-7-1. Last game I played, we tied with the Cardinals, who had a really good record. So I don't know how to feel about that. But here we are, guys. How'd the year go? Mid. No longer is Will Callahan the man who will make sure you get to the playoffs. He'll make your team better, but he will not get your team to the playoffs if you don't have the talent. Seahawks, a blanket to the Seahawks. Lost to the Giants earlier in the season. My first win with the Cowboys was against the Lions. I lost to the Steelers. 3-point win against the Rams. The Deadskins, that was a win. Eagles, that was a really frustrating loss. The Deadskins, that was another frustrating loss. We won against the Browns, the Niners, the Ravens. That was a great game against the Ravens. And we get to the Giants was a goose egg. Goose egg. Bengals, you lost that in Jerry's world, couldn't believe it. And I was disgusted. I just like binge played just to get this series. I wanted to get this video up for this week because I ain't got no Supercharger content coming up this week. So I kind of wanted to just go ahead and just play and get this season over with. So I did get a win against the Falcons the other 2 days ago, and then we tied with the Cardinals. So we got a record of 7-7-1. Not good. Not good. Not the standard of Will Callahan at quarterback. Granted, he ain't got the offensive line. Defense is good, but they laid eggs against inferior opponents. But of course, we're an inferior opponent because we're the Cowboys and we suck. We don't have any superstar X factors or superstar players. Will Callahan is ranked 11th in the league right now. And how did he do? If you look at the stats, go through his career, we had times where he's thrown 40 touchdowns and like single-digit interceptions, and now we've gotten to the point where we're throwing double-digit interceptions again, and we're not putting up the touchdowns. That 24 touchdowns is very low. I mean, that's a very low number for him. I mean, when's the last time he had less than he had that low of a number? You have to go back to his rookie season to get that number. 18 touchdowns, 20 interceptions. That's horrendous. Those are Brett Favre rookie numbers, 27 touchdowns, that was pretty low back in the day. That's his first year with the Raiders. And I hate the way they don't have it where they're documenting what teams he played for. But this Madden 20, it has its limitations, as you guys well know. Yeah, and then you go through the stats. I'm doing an introductory. It won't take me that long, guys. I'm trying to wrap this season up. We're definitely not making the playoffs. I don't see it. we beat the Cardinals. We might have. Then we got to play the Eagles on the road. I don't see it, but whatever. Callahan, of course, we looked at his numbers. He got sacked 70 times, guys. 70 times. He hasn't been sacked that much in years. I remember the Panthers gave up a lot of sacks. I guess the Raiders, I don't think the Raiders gave up that much sacks. But here at the Cowboy, man, they just gave up the sacks, man. Sean Aiken, like him. Wish he gave me more as far as more rushing production. But I think he had a pretty good year, and then he's definitely really good as a receiver. I think that's where his bread and butter is. He doesn't really run the ball like you got, like we're looking at it. We're getting 3.5 yards a carry in one touchdown. I mean, so he didn't do his damage there. He definitely did his damage throwing out of the backfield. It's one thing I always use on my offenses. I try to throw the ball to the back, and it's been pretty successful. He scored 5 touchdowns on that, so he's more of a receiver. He was more of a receiver than he was, a running back. So that was interesting. I think he leads the league in catches. I don't think he'll lead the league in yards. Lawton, that's my tight end. 10 touchdowns, 75 catches, almost 1,000 yards. He might get over that this year. He might get over that with this game coming up. But normal dev, but he was a security blanket for Will Callahan, man. He definitely did help. Deion Murray, the slot receiver, I think he did pretty well. 64 catches, 778 yards, nothing special. And Sheffield, he's the outside deep receiver, not much. They didn't get much at all. Wasn't really used. Kind of disappointing, because he could never outrun the coverage. He didn't have good release. So he's just terrible. And then you got Buckhalter. I can't stand this guy. If I retire today, I'll be happy because I don't have to play with Buckwalter anymore. This guy is terrible. He drops everything. He looks like a superstar receiver. He looks like he wants to get his Dez Bryant on. He's freaking terrible. Terrible receiver. Terrible. And, of course, most sacks were given up by the center. Wow. You gave up 19 sacks? Well, I think it's obvious why. 68 overall. And Madden has no sense. So they didn't shuffle any offensive linemen around to help protect my boy. Because AI, they don't have good AI in Madden. I mean, maybe they do now, but they definitely didn't have it back in 2019. 68 overall center. That tells you all you need to know. Defensively, I think the defense did a good job for the most part. Did better than I thought they'd do, given the fact they don't have no superstar X factors or superstar players. But at the end of the day, man, when it came down to certain games, they would just they couldn't stop anybody. But DJ Choice, 4.5 sacks, an interception. That's pretty good for him, middle linebacker. Paul Caldwell stood out, man. Paul Caldwell stood out with the 4 interceptions. Got the 21 questions. 21. Wearing Deion's number. 80 overall, DJ Choice, did his thing, getting sacks on the quarterback. But, of course, our biggest sack guy is, can't really pronounce that name, Darvion Fitzgerald. 12 sacks, 83 overall, star potential, and he's very young. So he's going to make an impact for the Cowboys. Will Callahan probably won't be there long to see it. But there you go. Briggs, man, Melvin Briggs, 13.5 sacks. That's pretty damn good. 25 years old. I think this guy's going to be legit too. So you see pieces on the defense, man. There's some pieces. They're stars, but they're not superstars or superstar X factors. They're not that. This guy's a rookie, a star development 21-year-old Silas Cooper. already making an impact in the league right now. 5.5 sacks is pretty good for a rookie. Um, like I said, man, sometimes the defense would shut them down, and most of the time, nope. Especially against the Giants, they just kept scoring. Especially in that last game, just kept scoring. And the Giants have a way worse record than I do, and it didn't even matter. And Case Norton, of course, makes his kicks. Well, made his kicks for the most part. So there you go. Okay, let's go to the NFL. Let's check that out. Lamar Jackson, man, my competitor. He won a Super Bowl before me, so he's got that going for him. 91 overall, man. He's just I mean, that's the thing, man. With these guys, man, him and Mahomes, I don't see him retiring. Especially Lamar. I mean, he's putting up good numbers. Leads the league in passing yards, 47 touchdowns. Should be an MVP candidate. Should win the MVP, honestly. Landry O'Neal has replaced Josh Allen. Josh Allen has disappeared off the map. Star development, 28 years old. He leads the Bills. I don't think the Bills have a good record, though. And Joey Cohen from the Saints. Definitely put it together this year. 33 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. The number 2 ranked quarterback in the league. He's doing his thing. Tony McCullers of the Deadskins. I don't think the Deadskins are going to make the playoffs, but they might. They might make the playoffs. Sean Norris, the guy we'll be seeing today, puts up great numbers, but he's getting at that age. The regression's got the hit, but he's 6th ranked quarterback right now. And he's got a big boost. Eagles are definitely winning the division in my universe, in this universe. They're going to win the division. Patrick Mahomes continues to put up awesome numbers. 36 years old, 16 years in the league. But he's no longer the number 1 quarterback. He's number 5. He won't retire. I want him to retire, but he won't. DeMar Brown, my replacement with the Raiders, almost 30 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. 16th ranked quarterback in the league. Yeah. And then you got Dallas Campbell, a guy I raved about with the Titans, 92 overall, 27 years old, 4 years in the league. Really did it up as a rookie and is getting a whole lot better. Just getting better as it goes along. Andrew Overton, Dan McBride. Willis Browning. I just played against him last night. Oh, boy. We played to a tie. I really wanted to win that game because he was my backup. And I wanted to win that game. Damn it. But we tied. And that's about it with that. But he's having a great season. Cardinals look like they're going to go to the Cardinals are, of course, in the playoffs. And I think that's what I highlight. Mark Pagel with the Packers. Trey Wessel with the Lions. Some of these names are Deshaun Watson is with the Browns. That's very ironic. Gene Peterson with the Bears. Barry McAdams, he's been playing for a while. Daniel Lehman, I think he played for the Falcons, and he goes over to the Dolphins. So his career, he's doing pretty good. Oliver Morris played him, shut us out. Terrible. Quarterback Alex Meyer for the New York Giants. Plays me and Willis Browning, and he's 30 years old. Giants had one of the worst records in the division, but they kicked my ass very bad. So, hey. And we'll go down the list. A lot of these guys are recognized. It's really gets really crazy, man, when you get into a series that goes this long. You get really familiar with the players, man. You really do. Dexter Brown, Steelers, great year, but man, Marcus Galloway, 15 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. He's a star development. He's starting young. So you know he's going to be good. He's going to be good. Sean Rooks of the with the Giants. Yeah, he's been good. Number 2 ranked halfback in the league. Perry Payton won a Super Bowl against us when he was with when Callahan was with the Panthers. Superstar X Factor. Number 1 back in the league. Marquise Peters. Yeah, pretty good. Superstar. And my boy Rashawn Herman, I miss him. I mean, he's still getting 4 yards a carry. He used to get more than that, but he's still that guy. Superstar X Factor, top 5 back in the league. Listen, I really do. I really love playing with Rashawn Herman, man. Dakota Frederick, of course. Yep. You're just going through it, man. Just seeing all these guys. I'm thinking this might be the end, but it might not be. I don't know. I don't know if this is the end. I don't really want to retire him because I really don't have anything else to play. So I really don't want to retire him just yet. I really don't. Kind of want to keep playing. Kind of do. Sean Aiken, yeah. As far as receptions, he's got that. As far as yards, he ain't got it. 1,000 yards, though, for a back is crazy. But you have to dump the ball to somebody, so that's what I would do. Just dump it off. Defensively, Andrew Golson. You go through here, we can look and see who's got, like, the numbers. What numbers pop out at me on defense? 7 sacks for Marion Miller. He got better. That's great. That's the thing with most of the sack leaders, they don't lead in tackles, so you have to go way down the screen. 12.5 sacks, of course. Davion Fitzgerald. I might break this video up, man. I'm doing a long introductory, and I'm like, okay, let me introduce him, and then I'm like, okay, let's also play the game. 12.5 sacks for James Whitley. I recognize that name. He turned into Superstar X Factor. Number 1 left end. Oh, man, I miss when he played with the Raiders, man. It was so cool when we were with the Raiders. 4, Terrell Cooper. 7 sacks for Chauncey Rayford. 10 sacks for Leslie Dunn. Star, Young, yeah. 11.5 sacks, Garrison Woodbury, Star, but aging. 13 sacks for Marquand Medlock. 95 overall. Number 1, left outside linebacker. 10.5 sacks for Matt Clayton. Superstar X Factor. Number 5 ranked right outside linebacker in the league. 8 sacks. Of course, 15.5 sacks. Quayshawn McAllister. The Saints. Star development. He's going to get a boost. He's definitely going to get a boost with those numbers. Let's see. 10.5 sacks for Andrew Jordan. Superstar X Factor, 26 years old. And 1 ranked outside linebacker. And at least the ratings, dictate. Well, most of the time, if you're a Superstar X Factor, you're going to put up the numbers, man. That's one thing you want to look for in these sports games. Is the rating? Does the ratings matter? And in this case, the ratings are mattering. They're mattering. And, of course, our boy Melvin Briggs showed him off 13.5 sacks. 8.5 sacks for J.C. Shelton. Star development. 22 years old. They start young. Patrick Poole, my man Patrick Poole, had 30 sacks in one season. Remember that? Number 10, right outside linebacker. He was number 1, so age is starting to happen. Traylon Norris, superstar, 4th ranked outside right end. Aging though. Gilbert Ayrton, 33. 24 ranked, yeah. Still put up 11 sacks. It's pretty good. Jalen Johnson, star. Still young. Number 4 ranked left end. Pretty cool. 3 sacks, 3 interceptions. 10.5 sacks, Timothy Wilcox of the Cardinals, 26 years old. Good. I don't see a guy with multiple interceptions, though. Gabe Dean. Remember him. Yeah, he's good. 3 sacks. I mean, we had a guy that got 4 sacks on the Cowboys, so I'm kind of looking, I'm like, man, where's the interceptions? There's some. Michael Batten, star development, 86 overall. Number 13 ranked corner. There's the guy that's the elite shutdown, like interceptions corner or a really big, free safety that gets like interceptions. Joe Sheldon, Alabama, ranked free safety. As far as interceptions, I don't think it's all that great. Looking for a guy with multiple, you ain't getting it. Crazy to go through this list, man. You see the sim. Oh, a guy had 5 interceptions. Corner Deontay Powers, 27 years old, superstar, 5th ranked cornerback. Okay, makes sense. So that guy, he did his thing. Kirkland Middleton, superstar, number 2 ranked corner. Ooh, a guy had 6 interceptions. Jimmy Linder of the Packers. Star development. He is old, but he had 6 interceptions. Good God. I think you're gonna get better than a guy that had 6 interceptions. In fact, I doubt I don't even see him being close to that. I'm just going through it. White, yeah. And kicker. And I won't really review this. The one thing that pissed me off about Madden, especially now, is I'm playing the quarterback position. I got a coach. And I can make the decision on plays, but I can't make the decision to go for it on 4th down, or kick a field goal. We're in field goal range against the Cardinals. This was not in overtime. We could have kicked the field goal. Kick the field goal, we go up by 2 scores. My coach decided to go for it on 4th and 5. Got pushed back for 2 yards. Will Callahan wasn't even involved in the play. And we had a chance to go up by 2 scores, and we didn't do it. So we had to go into overtime because, of course, the Cardinals scored after that, and I tied the game with the Cardinals. But these decisions that get made with the AI, I assume things are better. But I doubt it. It's getting bad, man. It's getting bad when AI, especially you would just think with AI, even back in 2019, would be smarter than that, but it ain't because they're forcing scenarios to happen. This is the scenario engine, I understand why we got it, but man, it really makes the game suck when the coach makes a really bad decision like that. We punted the most out of any team, other than the Broncos. So. Right there, we just weren't a great offense. And it showed. We were not a great offense. It showed. We were terrible. Yeah. We were terrible. Let's go through this. Okay, offense. Ravens at the tip top. Where are the Cowboys? We're almost at the bottom as far as offense. We didn't even put up 1,000 yards rushing. We couldn't run the ball at all. Even Callahan, as far as passing yards, it's not great. So it is what it is, man. I'm kind of disappointed in the offense. I was disappointed with the offense all season, pretty much. Will Callahan had to ball out sometimes. He had to. We got 41 sacks on defense, but we gave up 70 on offense. So, rushing, we are allowed 1,500 yards rushing, which is not great. 318 points. We did get 10 interceptions, but that's not a lot when you consider a 16-game season. We're in Madden 20, so that's not good. Conversions. Cowboys. We're almost at the bottom converting. 41% on 3rd down. That's not good. That is, you want to be close to 50. We're at 41. We're not good. We're not really good at converting on fourth down either. Of course, my coach doesn't try to go for it on fourth down enough. So that's kind of telling. Red zone efficiency, where we're at. Cowboys at the bottom. We don't get it done in the red zone enough. Red zone trips, 22 touchdowns, not a lot. 8 field goals, 65%, which sounds great. But if you go up, look at these guys on red zone. Broncos are at 85%, and we're at 65%, 64%. It's not good. Red zone on defensive trips. Yep, we allowed some. I think the defense played pretty good. I think the defense was at times better than the offense, to be honest with you. Penalties. Well, you know how this game is with penalties. Turnovers. Where are we? Broncos +9. Where are the Cowboys? Where are the Cowboys? Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Close to the bottom. -6. Chargers are -9. There you go, man. That's the explanation. We're just not a good team. Don't deserve to be in the playoffs. The playoffs were held today. I don't think we deserve to be in the playoffs. We're not going to make the playoffs. And we shouldn't make the playoffs because we're terrible. Lamar Jackson's going to get that MVP, which is surprising given his age that he's getting MVP. But last year, I think last year he won the Super Bowl. I think he did win the Super Bowl last year. So he's having a great end to his career. But of course, y'all know Patrick Mahomes hasn't won a Super Bowl, but he has a lot of passing touchdowns, so he's getting a lot of love. And this is the list of quarterbacks I find myself in 2032 with. And Will Callahan is not on this list. And when you think about it, he doesn't deserve to be on the list. And Ralph Monday is your Coach of the Year candidate. Will likely win it. Our coach isn't even getting on this list. On the NFC side, Sean Norris, the guy will face against the Eagles today. I will break this video up because this is a long explanation, but I have to do this, man, because I don't know if he's going to retire. I have no idea if my boy's going to retire, man. I have no clue. And I don't want this video taking 2 hours, so I might have to split it up. Sean Norris is your Offensive Player of the Year, will likely win it. And Rashad Herman's on the list. He made the list. But no Callahan. No Callahan. Defensively, Jamar Benson from the Packers. They're 4-11. Wow. And that's kind of upsetting because Darvion Fitzgerald should win it. He had a great season, but he's probably not going to win it. I think Jamar Benson's got that award. Of course, Dean Pasco. Of course, Golson. Guys we just saw on the when I went to stats. Yep, they're represented on this list pretty well. The offensive rookie, Jamar Sanford of the Lions. Marvin Britt, who was a tight end. I never really used him, though. But he was a tight end, but I never really used him. Shane Short. Yeah, I don't remember these guys. I mean, I do remember Marvin Britt. I don't know who Shane Short is. Never saw him. Silas Cooper. That is awesome. Or Silas Copper. I pronounced this name. Excuse me. Silas Copper will likely win Defensive Rookie of the Year. That is awesome for his development. I'm gonna love seeing this guy if we come back another year. I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't have nothing else to play. If I don't have this series, I really don't have anything else to play. I got other things, but it's not ongoing like this series is. Joey Cohen is going to win Best Quarterback. He won it over Sean Norris, too, which is surprising. But Sean Norris, I think he at least got better numbers, but I don't know. I don't remember. Of course, no Will Callahan. Best running back, Rashawn Herman, which I'm surprised by. But no, I don't think I'm surprised by that because I think the other guys are in the AFC. So he stands out with Sean Herman. Still good. Starting to regress, though. Sean Rooks. Aiken does make the list, even though I don't know why. I think he's making the list because of the pass catching. He cannot be making it because of the rushing totals because he's like 3.5 yards a carry. That's not good enough. And only has one touchdown in rushing. That's not going to get it done. Probably why our offense sucked too. Receiver Karsten Stairs of the Giants will win best receiver. Giants went 5-10, but really we were no better. Not really. Offensive lineman Robin Hogans of the Eagles. No Cowboys, of course. When you give up, of course, 70 sacks, you don't deserve any offensive lineman awards. This is cool right here. Darvian Fitzgerald will win best offensive lineman. That will help his development great. That will help his development, so that's good. He'll win that award. Best linebacker Marquand Medlock. Yep, we saw him on the stats list, so that's well deserved. Briggs comes in third. Defensive back Jimmy Linder from the Packers will get it. I think he had 6 interceptions. The guy said that had 6 interceptions. Caldwell had 4. He comes in third. That's pretty good there. Best kicker goes to the Deadskins guy, Graham Radar. And no Cowboys. There you go. I'll look on the AFC side. Lamar Jackson, Offensive Player of the Year. No doubt. Still, he's become a GOAT. He's more of a GOAT than Mahomes is in this series. I kid you not. Callahan's Mahomes got the legacy score mainly because of the touchdown passes he's thrown. He's like climb up the board as far as touchdown passes all time. So he's gonna get overall legacy more than Lamar, but Lamar's done more. And considering he's gonna win MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, yeah, I think he had a better career than Mahomes did in this series. Devin White, Defensive Player of the Year, even this late in the game, really. Devin White. I mean, good linebacker. Don't get me wrong. Great linebacker, but good God. We're in 2032. And then, of course, they got their rookies. Don't recognize any of these names. These are the new guys. Best quarterback, of course, Lamar Jackson. He's going to get that all day long. Best running back, Marcus Galloway. Anyone I recognize on here? Peyton came in 5th. Don Morton came in 7th. Best receiver, Henry Williams of the Chiefs. Any names I recognize? Riley McPherson came in 7th. Which kind of got to hurt him because he's the number 1 receiver in the league, but he's not going to win best receiver this year. I wonder if he gets a downgrade. And just age itself will kind of downgrade him. Just the age. Quintana, best offensive lineman. Yeah, I had a great offensive line in Oakland. Alex Diaz is still there. Missed the Raiders, man, but it's time to move on. And, of course, James Wheatley, defensive lineman for the Raiders. Best defensive lineman. You got Sean Taylor, who is not Sean Taylor. Not the Sean Taylor you're thinking about. Linebacker Mark Cates. Devin White comes in 2nd. Patrick Poole comes in 4th. Marion Miller. Defensive back. Kicker. Not much. All right. Let's go to the legacy board. I'm about wrapping this first part of this video up. Just want to add you want to introduce the people, but I don't want to be too long. I want to get to the gaming part, but I want to separate. So I'm probably going to separate the video. Most likely this video will go on my Facebook page just to alert people that the gameplay video will be on YouTube. Lamar Jackson actually did take the legacy score spot right now. Lamar Jackson, man, he's the GOAT now. Not the GOAT in real life, though. I mean, if you know what the Ravens are going through, well, for one, he got injured, but they weren't really playing good with him anyway. And I don't see Lamar winning a Super Bowl, man. I just don't see it. But he did win a Super Bowl late in his career. In this series, he won a Super Bowl. He did. Patrick Mahomes is now number 2. I never thought I'd see a day where Patrick Mahomes is number 2. But here we are. But he has a lot of touchdowns. A lot of touchdowns. Cohen comes in 3rd as far as legacy, and Will Callahan will come in 4th. And we'll get to my career stats. Will Callahan, 67,855 yards. A lot of attempts, a lot of completions, a lot of incompletions, but more completions than incompletions. 483 touchdowns, 234 interceptions. That's a lot of freaking interceptions. 304 yards per game, so he's still being asked to do a lot. He has, the sack totals are ridiculous. He's played in 223 games and completion percentage of almost 70. Pretty good career. Can't knock it. Pretty good career. And NFL records. What records is he close to? Okay, of course, as far as passing yards, he is 5th. He's got that pretty much cemented. Patrick Mahomes ain't even catching him there. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is not catching him. He will not catch me. So I think he's secure at the number 5 position in passing yards. If you look at passing touchdowns, that's still Tom Brady's domain. And then you got Drew Brees, Peyton Manning. Mahomes is 4th right now. He just passed Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. And Joey Cohen actually leads me over passing touchdowns, and I never thought I'd see that. But Cohen has always been, it's like with our careers, it's always been neck and neck. So Cohen passed me, which is making me go, Dwight, you want to do another? I don't want to give it up, man, where I'm like, okay, man, there's still these guys still playing. Like, Mahomes is still playing. Cohen is still playing. Lamar is still playing, and Lamar can overtake me. He's only 11 away from me as far as passing touchdowns. So you got these guys still playing in the league. And if I retire, they'll pass me in passing touchdowns. I'll be like 8th or something. I mean, it's just sort of disheartening, I feel like Callahan's had a lot of success, I feel like Callahan's had a lot of success, man. And to give up some of those, to just say, well, I'm going to give up the passing touchdown stat. I'm just going to relieve it and give it away and just retire because his career is not going the way I wanted it to go as far as the winning. I just don't want to do it. But I got to retire him eventually. Or he may retire himself. It has happened. Tyler Morgan did. All right. Yep, my video camera went out. Tyler Morgan did retire on me. It did happen. So you never know what could happen in this series, man. But one thing about it, man. I mean, it's been a long series. It's been a long, long series, and am I ready to let it go? Not really. But is he willing to let it go? I think he might be. So we'll just have to see. All right, guys, I'm going to cut this video off. My camera went out on me, so that's not good. I'm going to have the gameplay video up on YouTube. Guys, just kind of letting y'all guys know that the video will be on YouTube. I'm just doing an introductory video. This video has went on for almost like 45 minutes. It's a long time. And I don't want to just have this and the gameplay video together because of the length. So I'm going to separate this. All right, guys. See you over there on YouTube to check out Will Callahan's maybe his final game in the NFL against the Eagles. We'll just have to see. I'm not going to retire him, so if he decides to walk away, I'm cool with it. But I really don't want him to walk away. I really don't want him to. All right, guys.